Witam wszystkich bardzo serdecznie w drugim odcinku Hogwarts Legacy. Lecimy sobie dalej. Porozmawialiśmy z 3 osobami. Pora na profesor Weasley. Czy nas czegoś nauczy? To się okaże. Gdzie nas zaprowadzi? To jest
Good
pytanie.
morning. I trust you're
Dzień
ready for
dobry.
your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't
Świetnie
believe
się
I'm here.
bawimy.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
Sumy.
OWLs.
Boże święty.
Owls.
Yes, your ordinary
Dlaczego?
wizarding level exams.
Nie potrzebujemy
They will
sum.
determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
Mamy książkę. Jakiś dziennik, coś? Daj. Jo.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It
Przewodnik.
will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
No i co jest znikło, tak o, po prostu.
Thank
Fajna
you, Professor.
książeczka, fajna,
What do you
fajna.
mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Nie ma problemu. Zapraszam.
This way.
No i idę.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Jaka będzie nasza pierwsza misja? O, to jest pytanie.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also
Pod escape'em? Czy podtrzymamy ten dziennik?
be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up.
Revelio.
Okej.
Ah, the guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio.
Super obraz.
Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Mamy stronę. Okej. Dobra. Escape. Wyzwania. Misja, eksploracja. Strona przewodnika, pokój życzeń i walka. Okej, nagrody. Jakieś oksy dostaliśmy. Zobaczymy.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities
Będziemy mieli
like
bardzo
that,
dużo zbierania.
inside and outside of the castle.
Stron i pewnie też innych rzeczy z czasem. Zobaczymy.
No time to waste.
Skrzyneczka.
Your classes to attend.
No i fajnie, 42 monety. Mogę biegać? Nie mogę biegać, a szkoda. Co my tu mamy?
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker.
Mamy fast
Your
travel
field
w takim
guide
razie.
contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Mapa. No dobra, mamy. Okej. Znaleźć pracowni, inne ważne miejsca szkoły, tak jak wieża astronomiczna, biblioteka czy szklarnia. No, fajnie, fajnie. Biblioteka. Sala główna.
And
No
here
i
we
fast
are.
traveling jest.
Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
No i fajnie.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
No tak, że nie będziemy nadużywać. Pozwiedzamy
Always
sobie
something
trochę.
happening here. It's the heart of the hive, our King's Cross station, so to speak.
Revelio.
Coś. Aha.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
No fajnie by było, fajnie by było. Czym jest
You
Hogsmeade?
mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Będziemy chrać?
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Aurors.
Zostać
Fortunately,
policjantem.
we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students'
Ci się to
education in that
opłaca.
regard.
What will I learn in Charms
A do
class?
tego daleko droga.
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
To się jeszcze okaże.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A
Zobaczymy,
lot to absorb on your first day.
co nasz profesor
and you have much
wymyśli
to
do nauki.
learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said.
Czyżbyśmy ominęli?
Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm
To
just
jeszcze
glad
jaki?
we both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And
A,
remember to
podziękował.
use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your
Trzeba nas będzie
progress.
śledzić.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes
Elektroniczny
today,
dzienniczek
and I'll explain
normalny.
more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
A, mi się to i owo.
I did try to evade her questions, though I feel a little deceptive. That said, I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
No dobra, otwieramy mapę. Zobaczymy, co tam się podzieje. Misje główne. Okej, kontynuuj. Pokazać wygląda wymagania zaklęć lub poziomu. Dobra, śledź misję używając prawym. Co tu mamy? Accio Levioso. Użyjemy sobie tego.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
No i dobra, lecimy sobie na pierwszą lekcję. Otwórz się, super. Mamy tu coś może?
Revelio.
A, jesteś. Fontanna z wiwerną. Mamy Iretka. Był też w jednej z części Harry'ego Pottera, jeśli chodzi o grę. Kolejna strona. Proszę bardzo. Już w takich obrazach pewnie będzie. Przy posągach może coś? Też nie. Irytka nie chcemy. Irytek odpada. Coś mamy może? Muszę zakręcić globusikiem. A tu chyba nic. O, mamy fast travela odblokowanego, super. Dobra, idziemy na misję, poznać nowe zaklęcie.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
No dobra, mamy teraz tak nakierować. Dziwnie się tym steruje. Mamy to. Nowe zaklęcie.
Levioso.
Niczym jak w filmie. Też od piórka zaczynaliśmy.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Okej, kukła. Pojedynek z kukłą.
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This
No.
time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember.
Levioso.
Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done.
Dobra.
Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists,
To ja
take your marks.
rozumiem. Ślizgonowi zaraz tutaj
Now,
nakupiemy.
I want a fair duel using only Levioso,
Dobra.
basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso.
Lucky. Nothing lucky about it.
This
No i
can't
co
be your
teraz?
first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
There you go. Complicate things. Levioso.
All the nice
Pyk,
duels.
pyk, pyk, pyk. No i spadłeś, siomeczku. Niestety, nie możesz się ze mną równać.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
Czyżby się obraził kolega? Kto wie?
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
No, jesteśmy pochwaleni.
All right. That's enough spectacle for one
To ja
day.
lubię.
Class is dismissed.
Bez obrażalskim. Tutaj widzę.
Revelio.
O! Mamy karteczkę. No proszę bardzo, drugi poziom. Jest coś jeszcze? Chyba nie. Nie ma. Dobra.
Nice work.
A, ziomuś, co tam?
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice. It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
Nie wiesz, co jeszcze potrafię.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive,
Ooh.
unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon.
Pewnie
Perhaps
tak.
somewhere unsanctioned. We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
No dobra. Jakaś skrzynka na mapie, a to na górze będzie w takim razie. Ale nie ma co. Idziemy na co? Na drugie lekcje sobie pójdziemy chyba. Tak mi się coś wydaje. W lewo. A jeszcze tam u góry jestem, proszeczek. Oj. A i tu mamy zaklęcia, tak? Lumos. No tutaj.
Lumos.
Okej.
Protego.
Wow, wow, wow. Nie to.
Lumos.
No i co z tym obrazem? Nie wiadomo. No nic, zostawimy sobie go. Mamy kotki. Lecimy na górę. No. Zobaczmy, co będziemy mieli tutaj do
Professor
przygody.
Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to
Tu
finish
mamy
the
co?
lesson.
Levioso.
Some of us don't necessarily
Revelio.
want to get back to the lesson.
Nie? Coś mi pikło tu. Skrzynka na górze.
My oldest is...
Co my tu jeszcze mamy? Mamy proszę kwiu.
Then the werewolves join the goblins in the uprising.
Zagadeczka.
In the Goblin Rebellion of
3, 0,
By the end of it,
5.
the Minister for
Potrzebujemy
Magic was
dwójki.
Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I
O,
shall cheer for the boy
dobra.
who says you're telling
I'm not
lies.
telling lies, Peeves.
Zróbmy
It was
obróć.
Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Ooh, fight, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a flack?
Co my tu?
Stop it,
Dobra,
Peeves. You'll
czyli
get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't get Pete to snack. She
Zróbmy
says it's a boot,
tak.
and he says it's a flack.
Peeves, enough. You'll
Ile
get us
tak?
all detention.
To pierwsze,
And you're both wrong
powiedzmy,
anyway.
mamy.
It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't boot and it wasn't flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
O co w tym będzie chodzić? O. Dobra. Raz, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wróć. Nie to. Nie to. To. Aha! Mamy to.
Revelio.
Mamy skrzyneczkę. Droga skrzyneczka. No i fajnie. Mamy pierwszą zagadkę. O to chodzi. Skrzynkę. Dobra. Idziemy na lekcję. Zobaczymy, co nasz profesor nauczy.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Jest i on.
Shall we begin?
Mamy profesora.
Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer
No i
months
zabrał nam
must have really
książkę,
taken
no
a
co
toll on
zrobisz?
you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Dobra. Okej. Dobra, lecimy w takim razie. Mamy to. Łatwiutko.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Jakieś wyzwanie. Co to będzie? Co to będzie?
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. Hmm? So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Hmm?
Mamy gierkę w kulki, no. Co tu dużo mówić.
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at excellent control.
Aha.
Now, think of this like gobstones, if you... Splendid!
No, zatrzymaj się. No.
Very good.
Oj,
Not to worry.
chyba nie o to chodzi.
Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly
Jedno z
competition.
3 punktów na
Miss
Gryffindoru.
Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up.
Challenge.
You'll be the blues just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Nie ma problemu. Wygramy to.
Let us see this.
Oczywiście, że 50, no bo jak inaczej. Pewnie. Dobra.
Accio.
Excellent control there.
Here we go.
Dobra.
Yes.
Okej. Mamy 50.
Quite impressive. Watch this.
Dobra, będzie remisik, coś mi się wydaje. Tak dobrze pójdzie.
That is how it's done.
Accio.
Da się?
That's it.
No i mamy remisik. I co teraz?
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Coś tam wymyśl, profesorze. O co chodzi? Ruszające kostki.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Be sharp.
Trzydziestka. Okej.
Accio.
Dawaj na 50.
Splendid.
Here
Elegancko.
we go.
A, nie masz za mną szans.
There we go.
No, teraz. Oj, mamy stówkę.
Well done. Let us see this.
Czy ona może przesunąć tą kulkę i dodaj punktów? Nie
That
wiadomo.
is how it's done.
No to już wygraliśmy.
Akio.
I pyk, proszę bardzo, 150.
A perfect score. Remarkable.
Niesamowite. Oczywiście, że niesamowite.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you.
Pewnie.
Took me weeks to become proficient with Akio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had
Uganda.
left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand.
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
No, fajnie byłoby tą Ugandę odwiedzić i zobaczyć, co to za zamczysko czy szkoła.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Fajnie byłoby mieć dostęp do tych wszystkich
A
szkół,
word,
if you would.
pozwiedzać i zobaczyć, jak
If
to
you're
jest.
so inclined.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Kolejny z zadaniem jakimś bojowym.
Revelio.
Znajdziemy tu coś. Może na górze. Jakiś coś, nic. Dobra.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Czy ja chcę z tobą rozmawiać? Nie wiem, czy ja chcę z tobą rozmawiać. A porozmawiajmy.
Hello. You wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Okej. Okej, dobra. Co mamy w naszym dzienniczku w takim razie? Misję. A skrzyżowanie różdżki, runda pierwsza, to może być całkiem ciekawa. Sobie pójdziemy, pojedynek zrobimy. Może jakieś kartki przy okazji się znajdą. Mamy jakąś ćmę. A czy to nie była... Czekaj.
Don't get too
Revelio.
conceited because you had one victory over Sallow. He never backs
Jak
down.
pójdę tu, to nic nie ma. I z tą skrzynką mogę? Tam jak pierwszy poziom. Tam mamy to. Użyj.
Lumos.
No proszę bardzo. Zejdźmy teraz na dół. Mamy to cały czas. I... Gdzie był teraz ten obrazek? Podróż... O, czyżby tu? No nie. Lecę z powrotem. Dobra. Lecimy do tego klubu.
Revelio.
Coś? Nie ma nic. No dobra. A tu coś jest. Mamy Irytka.
Here I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I could swim, did you praxia mole? As long as for only one time per week, I can plunge the boys' lavatory, not for the meek.
Irytek.
Revelio.
O, coś tu mamy. Kolejna strona.
Accio.
Nie,
Levioso. Lumos.
też nie.
Revelio.
Mamy stronę. Kolejna. 5/8. Tak siekierą goni. No to nie ma nic. Idziemy na ten pojedynek. Oj, skrzyneczka. No i fajnie. Co jest? Otwórz.
Glad you could make it.
Revelio.
Just over there.
Też nic. A, tędy się wchodzi, dobra.
Can I help you?
Jakiś młodzik.
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed wands. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining
Zobaczymy.
pastime.
I agree. Besides,
inni uczniowie
in cross
potrzebują.
ones, you could duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Zobaczymy, jak inni uczniowie sobie poradzą.
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing up.
No, że co, 2 na 1? Nie. Oho.
Act like a winner.
Come on.
Au.
Levioso. Accio. Protego. Levioso. Accio. You're better than that, Levioso.
No i proszę bardzo, pokonanie. Prawie zginąłem.
Pity more people can't watch the duels.
Ale mamy zwycięstwo.
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. Now, it takes time to organise these duels, but check with me later. I may have something lined up for you. Again, congratulations on your first Crossed Ones victory. Well fought.
Czyli od razu nie możemy zostać mistrzem. Dobra.
Revelio.
Ten tu nie przejdziemy. 55 monet. Mamy szybką podróż tutaj. Przejdziemy się. Dobra, sprawdźmy co mamy jeszcze tutaj. Wyzwania. Misje. Ukończono. Ok. Przewodnik. Dobra, to mogę odebrać. No dobra. To mi się założyło? Nie. Dobra. A, mieliśmy misję sprawdzić. Dobra. Zobaczmy, co my tutaj mamy do roboty w takim razie. Misję do profesor Weasley. No dobra. Lećmy, zobaczymy co teraz mamy za lekcję, zajęcie, cokolwiek.
Revelio.
Coś? Nie. No i dobra. No mamy stronę. Szkielet wielka wyżmniaka. Okej. 4. poziom. Na chillku. Przebyłem, sprawdzałem. Mamy gdzieś proszek. Fiu, tutaj, dobra.
Revelio.
Rozpocznijmy misję. Weasley po zajęciach.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
No jak?
Did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nie, nic
Nothing
się
more,
stało.
Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
Can you tell me more about the potions shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
No i fajnie, no i wszystko wiemy.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very
Się do
well.
Hogsmeade wybrać.
I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
Na, ty Sebastian jakiś taki kurwa dziwny jest.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Maldivo.
Revelio.
Co mi tutaj zaświeciło? A co to jest coś? Ale proszę bardzo, mamy kolejną stronę przewodnika. Elegancko. Dobra, panie psorze.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Nie ma problemu. Jaki jest cel?
Why must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
No i dobra, co my tu robimy? O.
This is the right area. I wonder where the flying paint... Got it.
Mamy to.
A flying page must be around here somewhere. Brilliant.
No i wszystko. Takie zadanie.
I trust the preliminary tasks.
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Zadanie.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Dobra, pokaż mi, z czym to się je.
Your
Co?
wand is a
Mamy
conduit
kółeczko.
of your magic.
No, było być z kraju mnie dogoniło. Ale mamy to.
That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go
tu
with
coś
that
mamy.
broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a guilty
Revelio.
lover too accurate and
No, naprawione. No super. Dobra. Nauczyliśmy się 3 zaklęć, tak? 3 bodajże. O, naprawiliśmy co mieliśmy naprawić. No co teraz można zrobić? Tu jest pani psor. To nie.
Handy resource indeed.
Zobaczmy co mamy tutaj. Coś ciekawego. Schody, nie schody. Tutaj jakaś sala. Coś? Nie. Dobra. Mamy 51 minut. Można by zacząć kończyć już ten odcinek. Tak więc widzimy się w kolejnym. Do usłyszenia. Nara.